Alright, today I'm going to show you how to take care of your beloved cast iron. This is not a repair video, although I hope to do one soon. I'm on the lookout at thrift stores and stuff for more cast iron, and if I find some, it'll most likely have rust on it, and then I'll be able to do a video to show you how to repair that, because it's not ruined, it just needs some tender loving care. But these two pieces are the cast iron that I use on almost a daily basis. And then my pot back here. So I'm going to show you the daily care of these bad boys. I've just finished washing these and hand drying them. You don't want them to air dry. So they have been towel dried. I dried them with a dish towel. And when I wash them, you can see it's smooth. There's nothing left on it. I make sure I get all the little pieces that might be burnt on, cooked on, off, and all you're left with is a nice smooth surface. Then, when you're washing these, which I didn't bring you along for that gruesome experience of washing my dishes, but you just use a brush and then really hot water. If it's really caked on, like say you made queso dip in it, which I've done many times, and it's really good, but that cheese might get stuck on, just scrape it off and then use your brush. Do not use soapy water. The soapy water is going to take off all the time and effort that you put into seasoning this and filling in those pores and giving it its non-stick surface. So you definitely don't want to use soap and water. Just use a brush or a scraper if you need a scraper, and really hot water. And 9 times out of 10, I don't even hardly have to scrape it. The stuff just comes right off once your pan heats up from that hot water. It just releases everything. So it's really simple. So on to seasoning this, which would be our next step after cleaning it with just hot water and then drying it with a towel. I have some bacon grease from where I cooked off bacon this morning for breakfast, and I'm just going to take some on my little washcloth, and you're just going to rub in that grease. Now, you know you have too much if it's pooled on your stuff. You don't want it pooling, like right there, that's too much. All you want is for it to be nice and shiny so that you know that you have reached all the little places in it. It does not take much. You do not need to pour it on and grease it up super good, because it doesn't need that. It's going to be pointless and you're going to be wasting your stuff. Now, on the type of grease, you want it to be a high heat grease. You don't want to use something like extra virgin olive oil. That would not be good. I like to use either bacon fat or any kind of animal fat, or a vegetable oil if you use vegetable oil. I don't use vegetable oil, or I try not to, let's put it that way. So that is what you want it to be, nice and shiny, but we don't have anything pooling. So then turn your stove or your skillet on. You don't need to put it in the oven if you don't want to. Sometimes I throw it in the oven. Sometimes I just do it here on the stovetop. All you're doing is heating it up to where it starts smoking. Once all that grease starts smoking, turn it off, and then it's done. Just let it cool. That's all there is to it. You don't have to wipe anything down afterwards. Just heat it up. Once your oil starts smoking, turn it off and let it cool. And then it's seasoned and it's ready to go for the next time. And now you can see it. So once you get that, just turn your oven off if you have it in the oven, or your burner off if you have it on top of the stove like me. And now all we're going to do is let it sit. And then once it cools off, you can store it however you store it. My cast iron just stays on top of my stove because we use it every day. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope to see you next time for another great video. Thanks for watching.